Everybody to ACG, where we're just a couple gamers. It's your boy Smooth, and we are back with another episode of Grand Gangster War. You guys know what time it is. I just want to make sure that all my settings are the way that I need them because I'm a big fat noob and I should have done that earlier. But that's okay. I just want to make sure that you guys have, I gotta set the mood for you guys. I gotta set the mood for you guys. All right, so that's good. All right, let's go ahead and get the link into the community just really quick because got to make sure we give the people what they want. Because got to make sure we give the people what they want. All right. Because got to make sure. Okay, that's good. All right, let's get it into the community, shall we? All right. Guys, we have a lot to talk about today. Today's episode is about Server 1's most wanted, the most elite players of Server 1. And I decided to do the most wanted segment. It is going to take me a little bit of time, but I decided that the effort would be worth it. And what I mean by that is what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an account in every single server. Like I said, it's going to take a while. It's going to take some effort. But I do want to go over the top players from every server. And I figure it's going to take me enough time where they should be putting out a new server to the point where they'll be a couple servers ahead of me no matter what. And that gives each server some time to grow because each server needs some time to grow in order to figure out who the top players are going to be in those servers. Now, uh, for instance, there are some guys in our server now in server 1 that were not one of the top guys or girls at all for a long time. And then, present day, almost 2 months in, there's a lot of players that rose to the top. So we're going to talk about all of these players here in server 1. And then once I have, uh, you know, 15 servers done, right? Like 15 episodes of Vice Nation 1's Most Wanted, Vice Nation 2 Most Wanted, and so on. I can put a compilation of the top players out of all the servers, right? Wouldn't that be dope? You guys can even vote on your favorite players. That would be really cool too. Um, for some reason, I'm blanking out. Did I even put it in the right chat? I'm not sure. All right, so let's talk about some of the top guys from server 1 and why they're so powerful, right? So for those of you who are in some newer servers, you might not know. So this is what the rankings for our boss office, the mansion, looks like in server 1. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 players with max mansion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, then all of a sudden there's 25s again. So there's a glitch in the rankings. That's weird. Okay, so we're pretty much everybody's is max mansion or 24, right? So we're pretty well ahead of some of the newer servers. But then of course we have the income rate. All right. And the reason why we put Phoenix at the top of the list is because this dude is he's crazy. He's crazy, bro. Like, and you guys are gonna see what I mean. All right. So then we got personal power. Now, personal power, for those of you that don't know, can be very, very deceiving. Okay. Um, where it says Phoenix has 37 million power, right, which is impressive as hell. Um, where is that power coming from? That's what you have to ask yourself. And we're going to dissect some of that today. I'm not going to give out too much of his information, right? Or too much of anybody's information. However, we're going to talk about what makes up that overall 37, let's just call it 38 million because he's already at 37.7. So what makes up that power? Is it what percentage is his enforcers? What percentage is his research and development? What percentage are his cars, his beauties, his building power, right? All of this make up the overall power. Um, but just in general, the 37 million I think is impressive, and we're going to talk about how he got that. All right, so then let's go on down. We have Achilles and Exodus and Jack. And then this guy here. Um, but also impressive power across the board with Exodus, Achilles, Jack, Predator, Y, Zoo, No Fear, Frankenstein, Water, Nasty Nate, Holocaust, Numinator, Greedy Blue, Little. Then if this is what's so crazy about it. Phoenix has an alternate account, Little Phoenix, and he's stacked as well. He's stacked. 16 mil, bruh. My girl plays completely free to play and she's on all the time. I understand Phoenix has more experience or whatever, but like 16 mil? He's got something. He's got at least monthly cards on that Mamma Jamma. Um, it's all impressive, man. Prince, H4, Rennie, Top G, all impressive players. But the way you can find out, and I've talked about this before, is click battle, click arena, and then this is going to bring up the top players that you're seeing in the rankings, right? And then with the collaboration of it's now showing other servers, so we're seeing servers from player 2 as well in here. I just noticed that Godfather went back over to that family. I don't know how I'm just now noticing this. Right, so what we have here, guys, is a cheat sheet to the other players that are around you. All right, so we're gonna look at Phoenix here, and we're gonna see how much of that 30 some odd million power is coming from his first main force of his enforcers. Well, you can see right away that one of his enforcers is level 300. That's crazy. Level 300, that's, bro, oh my god, right? But then you've also got the rest of them 270, 270, 260. Now Daniel, he's just support, so he's not really fighting as much. So I think that's why he didn't focus so much on him. Tuco can heal himself and others, so he didn't need to prioritize him as much. Also, you got Audrey, who is doing so much damage by herself. He boosted the crap out of her to player level 300. But then of course we're gonna talk about these special weapons, because the special weapons, he decided he was gonna get special weapons for every single one except for Daniel, which I don't even think Daniel has one, does he? I don't know. Either way, super impressive. So if you combined all of the special weapon power with how high his enforcer levels are, and then of course his gear is super stacked, right, and super leveled up. He's got one of his weapons past 50 to 54. These enforcers are very, very nice. I mean, he's got all of them. His mythical enforcers are maxed except for Oleg, who's almost there. It's just impressive. It's impressive. So you can automatically bet a lot of that power is coming from his enforcers. But I also want to talk about a couple other players here. You've got Zuzu. All right, so Zuzu, his weapon levels are not too far behind Phoenix's. He's got Oleg with a special weapon, and his enforcers are around 220 to 240. All right, so that's very impressive as well. But I want to take a look at Zuzu's overall power. Oops. I want to look at Zuzu's overall power. So Zuzu's overall power is 22 million. That's still impressive. Out of that 22 million, I'm going to say, the beauties are around the hundreds of thousands. Cars probably as well. Now, I'm not going to throw up any battle reports, but what I will say is once we take a look at Zuzu's actual enforcers here, let's see. Jeez. I'm just noticing that his Oleg has whew, level 50 gear, all S gear. Oh yeah, Zuzu is a killer. This is just the beginning with Zuzu. I can tell Zuzu's about to get a bunch of special weapons. I can feel it. All right, let's take a look at YM. So YM, oh man, his gear is nice too. Oh, look at all these special weapons. Wow, no wonder why he was giving me such a hard time in the arena. I was fighting him, and this dude was just murdering me. I'm like, wow. Now I know. All right, so he's using two PvP enforcers, and if you guys didn't watch my episode about the PvP enforcers, you guys are missing out. The ultimate setups episode that I did. If you guys know anything about the characteristics of the enforcers, two of these are PvP enforcers. All right, you've got Donald and Katarina, and both of them, with the right troops, if they're together against another player, they're doing 10% damage apiece. So Donald's doing an extra 10% damage, and Katarina's doing an extra 10% damage with the right soldiers equipped to them. And so, dude, extra 20% damage right there. Now that's not taking effect in this battle, in the battle arena, but that I'm just throwing that extra information out there for you. So to have all of these special weapons, all of the gear nice, that's making up for the fact that Donald and Katarina are not putting out as much damage as Tuco, Audrey, and Arthur, because they have really good gear, and also they have special weapons. Now, I'm not even sure that special weapons are going to take effect in the battle arena. I would have to double check on that. But Zuzu, YM, and Phoenix together, that's a recipe for disaster going up against people. All right, so let's talk about some of the other people here. We have No Fear. No Fear looks good as well, guys. He's nothing to to turn your nose up at, because his gear looks good as well. And also he has a healer on his side that is almost red mythical. Um, and then also his Daniel is maxed out. His Claire is maxed out. His belt needs a little bit of work, but overall he's got the healer on deck, and so that's going to keep him in the fight, as well as belt taking a lot of that damage. All right. And then so let's take a look at some of these people, if we can find them when we change the opponent here. Exodus. All right, Exodus is a bad boy. Let me tell you why. Exodus has got a lot of heart, and this guy has been. You would think the way he plays, you would think that he's like one of the top, like one of the strongest people in the server. That's the way he plays the game. And I'm noticing, I see that he's started in investing in some of these special weapons, so you guys might want to watch out. I can totally see Exodus turning up the heat here. The way he plays, I think he's playing the long game, and he's not going anywhere. So watch out for this man. Um, all right, let's see, who else do we got here? We got my boy Jack. Now let me tell you something about Jack. Okay, Jack might not have all of the newer enforcers that have came out, but what Jack does have is a solid foundation. He's a very well-rounded player, and he knows his strengths and he knows his weaknesses. He's a very tactical guy. So he makes up for, not having all of the newer stuff, because he plays it smart, and he's not just going to throw himself into a bad situation. So Jack's build is very solid. I'll tell you guys that right now. He still wipes me when it comes to group arena, and sometimes in the regular arena. So he knows how to set his enforcers out, especially in group arena. He's very tactical. So all in all, if we look at the group arena here, there you go. See, I was just saying, Jack is at the top of the list on group arena because he's constantly work in the game. Like he knows, like he's properly putting his enforcers together. All right, so let's see here. Let's see what Jack is doing. Jack the Mac. All right, so he's got Arthur in the back. He's got his biker crew in the back. He's put his bombers up front. Okay. He's put Tuco over there. Why do you... Okay. His gunner's there. There's nothing there. That's weird. Alright, we'll see what happens. Oh, wait. No, I didn't mean to skip the battle. Shit. Alright. So he's hurting my Kelly really bad. And his healer is keeping his bombers in the game. I don't think I have my healer with my bombers. Sam is just destroying my Kelly. Good grief. Yeah, he destroyed me there. Okay, so it's the way that I'm positioning my troops. And I wonder, did he study... Damn, he's whooping my ass even worse this time. Holy crap. No. Both my main forces are getting their asses whipped. Oh man. And both of his main forces are standing strong. We gotta do something here. Maybe if we can get his healer out of the fight, we'll stand a chance. Oh no. No, 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 no. Come on, man. Get him out of there. Ugh. I really needed my main march. Alright, so now we have an advantage for just a little bit. Just a little bit. We gotta capitalize on this, but they're taking my Oleg out quick. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No. Don't take him. Don't take him from me. No. Oh, Oleg's about to be bye-bye. He's about to be bye-bye. He is. He's going. If I could have got Jim out of there before they took my Oleg and my Tuco, might have stood a chance. Oh my gosh. I'm about to lose 3 marches at once. And he's about to have 3 marches. Kelly's about to get smoked, boy. Oh my god. Kelly's not gonna know what is happening to her. Either is Claire. And like, what? What? What do you mean it's just us? Girl power. Oh, Jack, you son of a bitch. Anyways, Jack whoops my ass. All right, so that's what I mean, man. Jack is nothing to turn your nose up at, man. I'm telling you, don't sleep on my boy Jack at all. All right, so and then what's crazy is right. What's crazy is I know how strong I am, right? And though I've been saving up everything while everybody else is using everything, and I have a lot of stuff saved up for a video, um, even though, again, I've been letting everybody else use all their items while I'm saving stuff up, um, I know how strong on the battlefield all my marches would be against Jack, right? Now look at Phoenix's, all of his march power. Look at that. Look at that. Double. He's double what we are. And again, overall power is very deceiving because you might think that you know what this person's got under the hood of their car, or should I say under the hood of their account. But at the end of the day, it's just speculation. You don't know. Like it's showing 20.7 mil overall power, but with all of the stuff that he's got, all of his stats, you know what I'm saying? Like it could really it's if be when he hits you, it could feel like you got hit by 25, 26 million. You know what I'm saying? If he knows what he's doing, which I know he does. Now you could relate that to weather, right? It says that it's 35 degrees, but it feels like 26, 25 outside. It, you know what I'm saying? Or it says it's 100 degrees outside, but it feels like 150. You feel me? Like you trust me. It can be very deceiving. So I just want to throw that out there for you guys as well. Now, a couple things that I do want to note though, guys, is when there's a huge difference when it comes to what these enforcers are good for, right? Um, Now, what I will say is this: when you level up your enforcers, um, to a certain point, you echelon them, right? You tier them up, and that makes them a hell of a lot more powerful. And so that's one of the things that you guys got to look out for. The person's player level, yeah, it does look scary, but what's behind that player level? How much more stats does this person have than you? If you're looking at me, I'm looking, okay, one of my best enforcers is Oleg. He's 256 uh, enforcer power or enforcer level. But then if I go back to the arena and I look at Phoenix, his Oleg is 270, but his Audrey is level 300. What echelon stat boost do you get from that? Right? So cash is definitely king, and we're gonna talk about cash as well, guys, because I do want to note that we all know how much cash we're getting every time we log back into the game, right? Because we're getting cash per hour. That's our income rate. Um, but it's never enough, right? Like once you get to a certain point, I go to try and level up my Oleg. One more time. It's $220 million cash to level him up one time to get him from 200 player to enforcer level 256 to 257. What? So you gotta have tens of billions of cash or hundreds of billions of cash. Like you absolutely have to. right? I've been saving up all my cash. I haven't used my cash, I don't think, since the last time I did a video on my enforcers. And I've only got 1.4 billion, guys. Okay? So cash is hard to come by. And you have to ask yourself, how do these players get to enforcer level 300, right? Well, that's kind of easy to answer, but we'll talk about that the next time. And I really appreciate you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the content, and I will be making an account in server 2, so that way we can scrutinize and analyze and dissect the players of server 2 on Vice Nation 2's Most Wanted. So again, thank you guys so much. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe if you guys haven't already, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.